So Namah, nice to meet you again. Alors, so Namah, so so what does an Indian to do 3 months before starting LBS? What are what is the last step before starting MBS when you have 3 months? Tell me.
Thank you for having me here, firstly, of you.
Mm.
But to get right on to your question, what needs to be done 3 months before is to first get done with your test prep, either GMAT or GRE. Be ready with your constructed profile, which suits LBS and fits in LBS. And finally, your applications. You need to start looking at the application, what requires you to be
No,
eligible
but
for you to
no, but
apply.
the question, Nama, was more like in your situation. You're going to be in London mid-August. So what
Yeah.
have you got to do 3 months before going to the UK? What are that people understand that
Okay.
not because you receive a letter from LBS that you're done. And I've seen that
Yeah.
especially when you're a non-European student, it's a big struggle, obviously. So what are the 3 months to do before starting the program? What are the essential
Okay.
things to do?
Yes. Now that I've already spoken about what are the 3 months before joining
Hmm?
and what are the things to be done before applying. The three most important things that you need to do, before joining LBS is first look for your accommodation.
Yeah.
Accommodation in London can be expensive. It can be a pain for you. So you need to get in touch with the right institutions that mostly have also helped me with provide a subsidized accommodation. Second is get your financial support. Your finances should be sorted as in you are ready with the money when the school requires it through a loan or through a grant or through scholarship. Moreover, finally, you need to be ready with your documents, for example, cash, your health services, your visa. So these are the three most important documents that are required when you enter the UK.
Okay, so that's the three things, and of course, this process is expensive, I guess, because the visa, finding a loan, paying for accommodation, it's easily what it's 5,000 euros, 5,000 pounds easily that you have to spend for all that 4,000. It's quite a lot. No.
Yeah, as an Indian, for a visa, for your health services, and your entire cash fund, it costs about 2,500 to 3,000 pounds. And further, if you extend your health services, then it can cost you up to 5,000 pounds. You're right on that.
Okay. And so,
Yeah.
what did you find? Is it a flat that you're going to share? Is it your own studio flat? What will you have? What will you live? Will you be next to LBS? Have you found something interesting that you like?
Yeah, I had two options in that. Either live in the city, explore the city, and live far away from college. And my second option was live closer to the institution, closer to the college, so that I'll be able to commute easily. I choose the second option, wherein it is easier for me to commute and go to the college. Moreover, about a studio flat or a shared accommodation, I would say a shared accommodation with international students would be more insight and would be more beneficial so that you can make new friends. They've taken a shared accommodation with people from all over Europe. There are four people sharing the flat. The first are Indians, one from Italy, second is from Spain. So one flat would have people from three countries overall.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the big thing. And maybe people are not very familiar because LBS is a very specific school. Okay, and I would like you to explain to everybody uh, what are the first 2 months for. So can you tell me what you can expect to do between mid August to mid October? Because people they don't understand this thing.
Okay. So I start from where you start studying at LBS. LBS requires you to start with your pre-joining courses, and pre-joining courses last for about 3 weeks. After you're done with your pre-joining courses, you're connected with a career cell. And yes, this career cell is with you lifelong. It helps you gain employment, gain networks, and connect with the world through this career cell and through the branding throughout your life. Whenever after you get connected with the career shell, the first 10 starts. Now, in the first 10, it is a very basic term wherein you gauge uh, all the basic subjects, you brush up your skills, uh, study finance, management, marketing, everything possible under the sun from a MIM degree, and brush up your skills. Moreover, after the first term, after October, you then start specializing and constructing your profile in your academy or where you want to go.
Okay, so that's what you believe is important. But yeah, because from what I understand, Nama, um, the first 2 months are really designed to help you find a job. The thing that, from what I understand, it's not very competitive at the beginning. They give you most of your time to find a job, to send your CV, send application, send cover letter, and of course you have general courses. Okay.
That's
Alors,
what I said
yeah,
when I
yeah.
meant career cell. Career cell would help you do this within the first 2 months.
Okay. So that's what you have. So what do you expect from this? What do you expect from this year in London?
This year in London, I expect to gauge a internship within the first 2 months of joining. Moreover, the job markets are very tricky, and the economy is not going up as expected. For that, I would have to go on with searching internships and jobs, and most importantly, be open to get an employment in various other countries. So in London, there are recruiters from UAE, the Middle East, South Asian countries like Singapore, and moreover, uh, Thailand, China, even Australians recruits from London. So I would have to be open to get in all places.
Okay. So you expect friendship, finding a job, and academically. So basically, you symbiosis graduate. How different do you think that the academics between will be between what you have experienced and what you're going to experience?
Moreover, most important thing would be the international cohort. I was playing with students from over.
So how different is it to study? How different do you think it is? I never studied in India. You never studied in the UK. So how different do you expect it to be? What are your expectations in terms of difference, in terms of approach of education, of business education? Okay. So how do you expect it to be
Hello.
in terms of
Yeah.
how do you expect the teaching style to be different from what you have experienced in Pune, from what you have experienced in Pune? Hello?
Moreover, in Pune, we are taught more theoretically. In at in London or at LBS, I expect it to be more of practical learning, wherein I'll be taught more practically. It would be more case studies that I'd be solving and more real life problems that would be catered to. So yes, this would be different from what I've already experienced.
Okay, so that would be very different. Okay, I guess so. And in terms of what do you expect to gain from this international exposure in terms of
Yes.
personal development?
So this international exposure,
And
moreover, would open my doors to the international employment market, which I lack at this point of time. So I would, be open to employment opportunities in the international market. Moreover, go and get the front end roles, wherein these front end roles would be interacting with clients as far as this industry or any top level job is concerned. So yes, getting an international exposure would open my doors to international employment. First, second would gauge a better standard of life with the uh, pay potential being higher in countries like this. So I would be looking up for that.
Okay, that's what you're looking for. Alors,
Yeah.
so that's for the expectation. Now, maybe can you introduce yourself, Namah, because you not introduce yourself, so people know who you are. And
Yeah. My name is Namah, and I come from Symbiosis, Pune. I have a bachelor's in economics with a specialization in finance. I've been in you know consulting clubs, investing clubs all my life. uh, I've been working with international testing solutions and the MBA Center for over 2 years now, and helping students gauge better examination results and get their dream schools uh, for the past 2 years.
okay, yeah, it's true that you have been of much help. Alors, you know from experience what it is. So what? So how? So what is it to apply to LBS? How much work does it represent? And is it difficult?
Okay. Uh, Answering it, in the steps that you've asked me. First, what requires for you to get into LBS? First and foremost thing that is required is your determination to get good scores in your aptitude examination, which is either your GRE or GMAT. After you do that, you have to have a stellar application wherein LBS is known for the hefty number of essays that it requires you to submit, wherein I had to submit around 10 to 12 essays, which includes your, the purpose of studying there, your mini essays, your scholarship letters, and everything. So this is a hefty summon wherein it requires you to articulate your entire journey up till now and tell the admissions committee why you are eligible or why do you think you are eligible for you to get into LBS. Secondly, what it requires it to for you to be hands on with your communication skills, and like you trained me, Dr. Hubert, for my interviews. I had numerous mock interviews with you, which helped me talk to the interviewers and believe that
Oh, yeah.
uh, two things that helped me LBS.
Okay, so that's what it is. And tell me, what is the interview like? Because people sometimes they're a bit they sometimes freak out, believing that the interview will be a very difficult step. What was it like for you? Who was the interviewer? What type of question did you have?
So my interviewer was from India, and they had mapped it so that our timelines remained the same. Uh,
Hmm?
Moreover, I had a very long interview. It was for around 1 hour 45 minutes, close to 2 hours, and I was asked everything under the sun possible related to my resume and my entire journey for applying up till for a at LBS. So I was cross questioned about my life, cross questioned about my short term and long term goals, why I want to be a part of the LBS MIM cohort, and why and how will it benefit me from the entire perspective where I am currently. So these were the various reasons, and these were the know-hows.
Okay, so that's the thing. And the interview, was it with someone from India, someone from the UK? Who was the interviewer?
Yes, yes. As I mentioned, it was from an alumni, and the alumni was an Indian. Uh, I didn't know her prior to the interview. It was completely anonymous, and yes, it was someone from India.
Okay, so it was someone from India, and he was quite friendly. What has been your interaction now with LBS, with the administration, with current students, with alumni? Is it is there a lot going on, or you expect to start with the school? Tell me.
Yes, I'm in constant touch with the entire admissions committee, the people supporting us to get all the documentation sorted, the visa team, the CAS team, and they are pretty helpful. It is the entire hand holding that they do for you to get, and for you to uh, walk down easily through this entire path. Now that I'm connected with them, yes, there is something that they require us to do as well. So they conduct ice breaking sessions through their internal social media platform, and which is by the way only for LBS admits. It is called Meet, and on Meet you can interact with your faculty, you can interact with your alumni, and everything possible under the roof of LBS.
Okay, so that's what is possible. Yeah, because for instance, to give you an idea, I have a son who got accepted to Chicago MBA. He told me that he already had several meetings. He already had even he has already received job offers even from Chicago alumni. So that's good to know. So so what are the other thing that I want to ask you? Um, so basically, and so what piece of advice? So last question. So what piece of advice would you give to someone who wants to apply for an MIM like you and be successful?
The most important tip that I would like to give is to gauge guidance, to gauge a right type of guidance from people who have been there in the industry and who have helped many number of students like me. I was lucky in crafting this perspective where I could gauge guidance from you, Dr. Hubert, and I was done the entire handholding for me to become where I am and for me to get this school. So first and foremost, get the right guidance. Second, utilize this guidance, be determined, and do whatever it takes to fetch your goal. For me it was GRE, for me it was the application process, and finally the interview and the admit letter. That's how I got in. So these are
Okay.
the important things. Yeah.
So, and tell me, in terms of financing, what do you advise to do? Because it's because LBS is expensive. Altogether, we are close to what 90 lakhs, 85 lakhs, 90 lakhs altogether at the end. You expect to spend how much? 85, 90 lakhs, something like that.
Yes,
Hello,
around 80 lakhs, around 80 lakhs for
80
that
lakhs.
matter.
And how did
Yeah.
you finance? Yeah, probably it will be more, Namah. It will be closer to 85, 90. But okay, it's good that you know. So and now,
I,
how do people
yeah.
do around you? So because you know, with MBA Center, we have people accepted to HEC, ESSEC, LBS, Warwick, etc. So how do they do normally? I don't ask you about you, but in general, how do students from Pune do, for instance? How do our
So
students from Pune do?
I'll be happy
In
to talk
general,
about
in general.
myself as well. Yeah. So what most people do, like me, is to get a loan.
Yeah.
I got a loan from a nationalized bank, which would, eventually be somewhere about 9%. And this loan would cover all my tuition and living expenses. And they want you to pay the loan after 2 years from your degree. So I would have that memorandum with the bank, and it was
2 years
not at
after the
all
degree?
a
2 years?
painful.
Nama.
Yeah,
2 years after
two
the
years
degree?
after.
2 years? No.
Yes,
Because in
yes,
France, we
yes.
have
So
such a loan with a grace period, but the grace period is 6 months after graduation, so you're very lucky. And you have to
yeah.
pay nothing, so yes. And finally, what do you think about what's something that we have noticed now with Surya Singh, with Manan Gupta, etc., that they go to Dubai? You think because the only way to pay such a big financial burden is to go to Dubai, according to you? There's no other solution?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes. So you have to be open, like I said, to gauge employment to wherever possible. LBS does have global recruiters for you, so you need to be open to that. And for you to get this type of employment, you need to work hard and be the right fit. So, like you said, Surya Singh was the right fit for the Middle Eastern market, and that's the reason he got in there.
Okay. What job did he get? He did not tell me when I spoke with him. He got a job in Dubai? Yeah, he got a job?
Uh,
Hmm?
he is into
Or he's getting
consulting.
an internship? Yeah. He told me
Is
that
into
he has an internship.
consulting.
Yeah. Okay. He told me that
Yeah.
you will have an internship, something like that. Yeah. And of course, we have some students like Ariane who have a 2-year degree, so they go for internship, but they also go to Dubai. So I've noticed that many go to Dubai because, of course, of the pace. And
Yeah.
you probably as an Indian is that there are already so many Indians that you feel that there's a big community, maybe more difficult in UK, and you're closer to home when you're in Dubai. Okay, and thank you very much, Namah. So now we have a meeting with account managers. Thank you very much for sharing your experience, and of course, I will let people. Um, I will inform people that they can watch the video starting from Sunday evening. Thank you very much, Namah. Thank you.
Thank
Bye bye.
you. Thank